Good morning, Fort Worth. It is the 24th day of March, and it's a crazy morning. We got locked out of Hoppin', where we usually do our morning show, and we are out here at Match Point Coffee today. They were nice enough to save us. Scott, thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for thinking of us.
We've got Scott, the owner of Match Point Coffee, who was gracious enough to save the day for us, and Michelle, our regular Monday co-host. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Hey, Michelle.
So we're out of our element. If I sound a little frazzled, I am. It was panic mode there for a good 30 minutes, but we made it. So thank y'all for joining us. If it's your first time, Fort Worth Roots Morning Show is about a 20-minute snippet where we just cover local stuff happening around the Fort Worth area and get you ready for your day on your way to work, dropping the kids off, whatever you got going on. Fort Worth Roots can be found on all the streaming services, and we have videos associated with this on YouTube. And if you look at our YouTube video, we've got the Match Point logo in the back all lit up. That's really, really good.
It is.
I like it.
Thank you.
So before we get into these segments real quick, in case Scott has to run out of the room and take care of his bustling business, can you tell us a little bit about the idea behind Match Point? Because there's a theme here. And you were very intentional with the way you designed this.
Yeah, everything's very intentional. I spent 35 years in the media world. I worked for CBS News for a long time.
Excellent.
And grew up playing tennis. And I played college tennis at Drake University, and retired for 9 months. Got bored, and I'm a coffee guy, and my partner's a coffee freak from Australia, and we decided, let's try a coffee shop.
It's so cozy in here.
Is that really how that played out? You're just like, I got to do something.
And we would go to different coffee shops all over Fort Worth every Saturday morning, spend a couple hours just catching up on the week. And so I'm a coffee shop guy. He's a coffee freak guy.
It's a good match.
We couldn't, and I live 4 blocks from here.
That's
and
nice.
We couldn't find a location that was, not too saturated, and for rent sign went up, and we're like, we got to do it, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
Gotta do it.
that's awesome.
It's excellent. Yeah. And it's not random. We didn't choose any coffee shop. We choose this one because you guys have a dedicated space for podcasting.
Right, yeah. So I tried to tie in a little bit of my media background, and we built a podcast room. We rent it out, and we do everything from we'll just provide the equipment to full service producing, and when it's not in use, come here, study, hang out, chill.
Mm-hmm. And I've come here quite a few mornings. My buddy Sam, who has the Failed podcast, is here quite a bit. We'll meet up and have some of your breakfast burritos, and the coffee's excellent. So
excellent.
It's just a great little vibe.
Well, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for letting us do this. Let's get into the weather, folks, real quick. Here's your 10-day outlook. We never do the full 10 days, but here's what this week looks like. Monday's 81 for a high, 54 for a low. Tuesday is 90 for a high, 61 for a low. Wednesday, 78 and 59 for a low. Thursday, 77, 61 for a low. It looks like we've got a 47% chance of rain on Thursday with some PM showers. Friday, 73 for a high, 63 for a low, 61% chance of rain. Scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. This weekend, Saturday, it's 86 for a high, 62 for a low. And then Sunday, it's going to be beautiful, 74 degrees for a high, 51 for a low, and 14-mile-an-hour winds. These winds have been destroying me. I'm just now getting to where the Allegra D is able to do its job. It's been maxed out for 2 weeks now.
To catch up.
All right. Do you need to get out of here, Scott?
I think I'm going to.
Okay. All right.
Go make some money.
Thank you so much. And hey,
thanks for coming. Yeah, coming in.
We'd like to get you on as a regular guest sometime. Talk about your media days.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Excellent. Thank you,
All right.
Scott.
Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And thank you to Match Point Coffee. They really did save our bacon today. Let's get into National Day of. It's our segment that we cover every day, and it gets more ridiculous as we go on. Today is, Michelle.
You're going to make me read. Mm-hmm. International Waffles Day.
International Waffles Day. They don't have waffles here.
Just cake for breakfast.
Basically, how much powdered sugar can you get into those little squares?
I can get a lot.
Do you put powdered sugar on them?
Yeah.
That was a big thing for us when we were kids.
If it's there.
Yeah.
I'll use a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I really do it up.
Connoisseur of the waffles,
and then
I see.
I just hate myself for the rest of the day.
Today is also Autism Acceptance Week. National Tsunami Awareness Week, Tick Bite Prevention Week. Did you know that there is a tick that if it bites you one time, you can't have meat for the rest of your life?
I had no idea, but ticks are a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew
Are
up
they
in
a big
California.
deal in your life?
Mm-hmm. I know a couple people with Lyme's disease.
Mm-hmm. Lyme's disease?
Doesn't go away. Yeah.
Plural? Lots of limes?
Lyme's. Lots of limes.
Commonwealth Covenant Day, Day of Remembrance for Truth and Justice. Flatmates Day, Independence. Anyway, we're going to stop. It's a lot. There's a lot of national todays on March 25th.
Today. We're just trying to get through the day.
Trying to get the day
Stop
started
piling
anyway.
stuff on the day.
All right, so it's International Waffle Day. That's what we're going to go with. I'm going to click on it real quick, and then I want to hear a little bit about your weekend, Michelle. International Waffle Day is on March 25th and celebrates waffles, their history, and a surprising religious holiday. A holiday that is best celebrated by eating waffles is our kind of holiday. Unsurprisingly, the day has become a bit of a hit. It was originally celebrated in Sweden, but now eager stomachs all over the world embrace International Waffle Day. Plug in your waffle maker and tuck into some mouth-watering treats. It mentioned history. I don't see it.
Andrew, do you have an actual waffle maker?
No, we're not. Really? We're not a big waffle family.
You got to have the one that you lock in, and then you rotate.
Mm-hmm.
They have those at the Best Western. I like to stay at the hotel.
The industrial ones.
Breakfast, yeah.
I don't think I have it anymore. I held on to my grandmother's waffle maker. It was a General Electric.
Nice.
Badass. And when you plug this thing in, all the lights in the neighborhood dimmed because it just drew so much power.
Sure.
Had one of those big archaic electrical cords that plugged into
with
the back.
Cloth on the outside.
Yeah. That's the best way to eat a waffle.
Yeah.
Tell me about your weekend, Michelle. How was Friday night? What did you have going on?
Friday night, man, I can't think back that far.
Oh,
it was
really?
a busy weekend. Well, of course, at the day spa, it's Fridays and Saturdays are the busy days. And
did you help anybody find love on Friday?
Oh, I know.
That's what I was hunting for.
Okay, I need more. What time is it? I haven't had my coffee. It was fun. We did the dating game, the Fort Worth dating games. We had speed dating for the first time. It was so fun. Everybody there by the end of the evening, it was there was just great camaraderie, and that was really fun. So we had 6 women, 6 men, and we rotated every 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And there were good conversations that were being had. And then, of course, after that was the actual dating game that we co-host up on the stage. And there was a possible love connection that
they stuck around after the show.
They were talking all night long.
For those of you that didn't get to see it this time or the time before, what we do is we put 3 contestants on stage and then one on the other side of a partition, and the singled out individual has to make a decision on who they're going to take as a date based on the questions and how they answer them. So we've done this twice now. It's a lot of fun. It's supposed to be just like the old school 1970s dating game. And it's a spectacle. It's not just for people that are single and looking for their partner. It's also for anybody that just wants to come out and have a good time.
Yeah, and there was some dancing afterwards and some drinking and
I've got a surprise for
and
you, actually. I want to share with you. AI made this, a theme song to your event. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Let's see if it'll let me play it.
5, 6, 7,
8. In Fort Worth town, the games begin with cowboy boots and flirty grins. Hopes high and laughter loud.
What's say there's a flirty
Love
grin?
might be found in this crowd. Oh, the Fort Worth dating game.
Well, you'll have to come on out
it.
and listen to the full
Where
thing.
can I
next
download
time.
that?
You can't. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be playing it.
Those are some good running jams right there.
I don't even know what the rules are. I mean,
Yeah.
I plugged in a short description for AI and it just ran with it.
I think it's mine.
I have no idea.
You really don't own it at all. You
Yeah.
just gave.
Anyway, it was fun, and we are looking at a date. Go ahead and pencil this in. You said it was the first Thursday or first Friday in May.
May 2nd is
Okay.
the first. Ooh,
Is
that
it
was
the
a
first
Saturday.
Friday?
Oh,
We're
you know
looking.
what?
Where's your phone?
Panic in the disco.
We were just talking about this.
Okay.
So
So the March, April,
May comes after.
The 2nd is a Friday, so
Okay.
we're good. We had our thinking caps on.
So
So yeah,
and if any changes occur, we'll let you know through social media. But yeah, for now,
follow us
tentatively.
on the Instagram is probably the best outlet for
And what is it called?
the Fort Worth Dating Games
On Instagram.
on Instagram. And it probably, did you like 6:00 start time?
Yeah. No, that was perfect.
Yeah, but so might tweak it a little bit, but definitely follow us on the Instagram. We do have a Facebook page as well, which is the Fort Worth Dating Games, and a TikTok
You got a TikTok.
with like one video.
You just went
it's
all
so
the way out.
much. I just, I sit there and I'm like, how do we blow this up just a little bit more, Andrew?
All right,
So
let's get
fun.
into these segments. We're taking too much time out of people's schedule. Thank y'all for joining us, by the way. We really love that you guys are making this part of your morning. And at the very end, if I don't let me forget, I want to pull up the map and tell you guys who our international listeners are. That's always fun to look at. All right, this day in history, 1882, a breakthrough in fighting tuberculosis. Once thought to be an inherent disease, the scourge of tuberculosis is revealed by German microbiologist Robert Koch to be born by infectious bacterium. Although TB has been responsible for as many as 1 in 7 deaths in the 19th century, immunization won't be tried on humans until 1920s. Yeah, TB was a real bad one. And they thought you just got it. They didn't know anything about bacteria. All right, Tiny Bubbles floats up the Billboard charts. 1967. What will be Don Ho's signature hit reaches number 57 on the Billboards. Outstanding. 1989. Exxon Valdez spill. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oil tanker spill in Alaska just past midnight. The Exxon Valdez tanker strikes a reef in Prince William Sound, Alaska. The resulting spill of up to 38 million gallons of crude oil is the largest in U.S. history and will devastate 11,000 square miles of pristine wilderness.
Yeah.
Shit. That's awful. All right. Supposed to leave that stuff in the ground, I think.
On a white background.
But we need it. All right, Fort Worth Report. It's your first Fort Worth story of the day. Came from Eric Garcia. Walmart drone delivery service to expand in Fort Worth area. Find out where. I know we reported on this last week, but you need to know where you can get this stuff. More drones are expected to fly around East Fort Worth as Walmart expands its delivery services in North Texas. The retailer has partnered with Zipline to provide service soon to more Fort Worth area locations, including the store at 2900 Renaissance Square.
They zip you your groceries?
That's exactly right, Michelle. Near the
That's
intersection
a lot of lines.
It's a drone, so it's not. It's not actually on a line. It's just the name.
Got it.
It's just the name. At the intersection of Vaughn Boulevard and Eastbury Street, Zipline, which started as a business delivering blood and medical products, in Rwanda in 2016. How would you like that? Not only did you just get hit in the face by a drone, but it was full of blood. Joins Wing Aviation LLC as a partner for retail drone delivery. Wing, which started its location delivery service in June at the Walmart at 8520 North Beach Street, also provides services from 19 Walmart locations, including 2 stores in North Richland Hills. In February, City Council members in the North Tarrant County City approved a 3-year extension of the company's special permit to maintain its delivery service. Wing also operates drones service for food deliveries through a DoorDash affiliate site at Hewlin Mall, 4800 South Hewlin Street, the city said. Let's see if there's any other locations.
Like flashbacks of the movie Carrie.
Okay.
Just dropping from...
Well, with the blood.
Yeah.
Walmart
situation all downtown.
Here's some other locations, Michelle. Walmart 4101 Highway 121 Bedford. Walmart 1836 South Main Street Weatherford. Oh, wow. Okay. Weatherford's getting it too. 951 Southwest Wilshire Boulevard in Burleson. My God. Fort Worth is the first major U.S. city to have commercial drone deliveries, has limited authority over drones, but can issue special use permits that help regulate elements of drone heliport sites. Okay. Cool. Lots of fun stuff.
I feel like there should be total authority over the drones if the cities should be in charge of that.
We talked about this like a decade ago, and I hope you don't like sitting out on your porch enjoying the evening sounds and
Freaks
just
me out.
just
Yeah.
the freedom
This is
of
a
being
good thing.
outdoors, because now it's just going to be filled with drones passing overhead. Yeah.
I'm gonna order something.
Yeah, I want to try it out too. I'm
Just once.
griping about it, and I'm like, oh, that's something.
But what will I order?
Doesn't even matter.
Gallon of milk.
All right, here comes your happy news story for the day, and it's a big one. Happy Infusion Day. Groundbreaking gene therapy cures 21-year-old of his sickle cell anemia. I'm not in pain anymore, he says. Story is by Andy Corbley from the goodnewsnetwork.org. A New York hospital has declared a patient cured of sickle cell anemia, a debilitating genetic disorder that mostly affects individuals of African heritage. Considered to be cured, other genetic treatments have proven have proven successful in reducing or ending the bouts of pain and occasional surgeries that plague the lives of those who suffer from the disease. Cohen Children's Medical Center said their patient Sebastian 21 is the first New Yorker to have received the breakthrough Lyfgenia treatment, according to the New York Post. This is really cool stuff.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's something that affects, I think,
A lot of people. It's a thing.
tens of thousands, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's a big deal, and like it noted here, is largely affecting the African American community. So this sounds like a big breakthrough. So that's a good news story. Chinese company targets crewed orbital space flight. Elon Musk better step up his game, because a Chinese space company is setting its sights on crewed orbital space flight, making a new step in the expansion of Chinese commercial space sector. So that is, we plan to officially conduct orbital manned flight 2027 or 2028. Sounds like they're not super sure about that, but you got to do a lot of test work before you strap a big old rocket to someone's butt.
You hope so.
Send them into space. Yes, you do hope so. Oh, man. What a morning.
It's been a little crazy. I, of course, showed up an hour early.
Yeah, so we changed the start time for our morning episodes. You guys can catch this Monday through Thursday, and we have it out for release by 9 a.m. We usually record these at Hoppin', which is on Weisenberger Street, right down the street from Doc's Records. Badass little space, and they're always doing events to get you guys excited to come out there. Just did a video. You can find it on Instagram. I'm sitting there with Michael Brittner, the owner of Hoppin', and he's talking about ripping out all the hard furniture in there, like the booth stations. Those are going away, and they're replacing it with big, lush carpets and rugs. And some really comfy, cool, loungy furniture.
You know, I bet if there was somebody out there that wanted big 20-foot booths, that if you came and removed them,
he would happily
give them to you.
He would happily give that to somebody.
I wish I had the space.
Yeah.
My brain just goes crazy. I'm like, I could put goats in them or chickens. I live in a loft, so I have no space.
Yeah.
But I just want that.
Well, we'll see what we can do, Michelle. I feel
You
like
have
there's
space.
I do, and I have 2 chickens now, 3 dogs.
You could make gardening areas out of them.
Yeah, I need to do a video so people can see the potato fort I made. It's pretty
You put
cool.
2 of those together, and it was half your wall.
That's true. That's true. Tell you what, if anybody wants to come in,
Getting
pull that stuff
them
out and take it away, I'm sure Michael would let them.
Yeah, for sure.
So go get
Me
yourself
too.
a big old 18-wheeler with a flatbed and load it up. I see those wheels turning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, if you have anything that you'd like us to play on the show, we're happy to do it. Email an audio clip to media@fortworthroots.com. And we are going to have updates on the May Fort Worth Dating Game show on our social media. So
May 2nd, I think it'll be 6 o'clock. Do the speed dating again. 'Cause
that was
fun.
Yeah.
And then the game. And then we actually changed the game a little bit too. We had like a more of a Fort Worth most eligible bachelorette kind of like audience. You asked random 3 people pulled from the crowd at questions, and by show of audience clapping, somebody won.
Yeah. Yeah, we polled the audience. We said, hey, we need 3 people, 3 volunteers, and
Yeah.
they got up on stage. I asked them, I don't know, 4 or 5
We're
questions.
just mixing it up. Show up. You're just going to get used for something entertaining, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
And
Who knows where it's going?
Lots of prizes and stuff. And for you guys that haven't met Michelle yet, she is the owner of the Body Scrubbery. It's located on Pennsylvania Avenue. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. They do body scrubs, massages, bubble tubs, mud wraps, all the good stuff. Great place for relaxation. You can find them at the Body Scrubbery on Instagram. And Michelle's ready for you.
Yes, we are.
Those hands. Show the camera your hands. Those hands are ready for you.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, jazz hands. All right. I know I'm forgetting some stuff. We are really out of our element this morning, but thank y'all again. Oh, you let me forget. Let's pull up that world map real quick.
I do that.
I love doing this for you guys. I do it for me, but I do it for you too, because it's cool. Because here we are. It's a Fort Worth-based podcast, and we've got folks tuning in from all over the world.
All across the world.
We've got some big announcements coming up, Michelle. Some really big announcements.
I'm excited.
Oh, God. I'm messing everything up this morning. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, we just dropped our episode with Madison Page. It's episode 335. That's our Tuesday nights at McFly's. That's something I forgot to tell you about. We do a live recording every Tuesday out at McFly's Pub, and we'd love for you guys to come out. We buy pizza. We have a live artist on stage for you. Okay, here we go. And it just gives me the name of the city. So, and I don't know what country I'm looking at all the time. Bray, on the other side of the ocean. Welcome. Paris.
Hey, Paris.
Yeah, we got Frankfurt. There's Paris again. It's really hard to navigate this thing. Madrid, down in Africa. Lagos. I don't know how to say that. Lagos. Jamshedpur. That's in India for sure. I recognize that one. Maps. Okay, Sydney. Got another one from Sydney. Thank you for tuning in. So for our international listeners,
they're listening to tomorrow's podcast.
Who's listening to tomorrow's podcast?
Australia.
Oh yeah, they are. They're in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And shame on you. We had Richard Keller. He was supposed to call in from the future. He just went to Japan, and he never did it. So shame on you, sir.
He's probably having the time of his life.
I hope so. And then we got one down in Mexico City. So if you guys are out there in the international space, and if you wouldn't mind, send us an email. It can be an audio clip. That would be awesome. But if not, if you don't want to do that, send us an email and just say, hey, this is how I found your show. This is why I listen. That'd be really cool. And we'll read it off online or during the next morning show.
Having a little morning crowd to watch. I noticed the morning crowd is way different than an evening crowd.
For sure. All right. Anything else, Michelle, before we get out of here?
I think we should do coffee at the at Hoppin'.
We should do coffee at Hoppin'. I always do coffee at Hoppin'. I can't live without it. All right. That's it. That's it for today, folks. Thank y'all so much for listening to today's episode. We'll be back with you tomorrow. And put some of these things on your calendar. We'd love to see you in the person. So come on out to McFly's Pub tomorrow night. 5 o'clock is what time it starts. No cover charge. There's going to be food there, live audience microphone, so you can get in on the conversation. As y'all move through today, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. One more time from Match Point Coffee, located on, is this 7th Street? I think it's 7th Street.
I think it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Match Point Coffee. Thank you, Scott.
Bye.
And until tomorrow, good day.
Yeah.